Hello, sweet friends. It's time to make card number 4 for the 12 Days of Christmas card series. This is Mary, and today we're going to make a cute card that I've seen on Pinterest and YouTube. It's called a double Z fold, but I'm going to make mine a little bit different, and mine's going to also be a tag card. So we'll be using this Echo Park Christmas Cheer 6x6 paper pad. It's really cute, and I think this one came out last year, but it's a really cute paper pad. Tags, bags, boxes, and more. We're going to use that one for our tag card, and this one, I've fallen in love with this all over again. I've had it for years, and I love it. It's got cute little furry critters in it, so we're going to use this one. Give a hoot. And for our sentiment, we're going to use the Cardz TV Holly Jolly stamp set. We've got Have a Holly Jolly Christmas, Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, Deck the Halls, 'Tis the Season, From Our House to Your House, Merry Merry, Merry Christmas, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, Let It Snow, and No Peekin'. And today we're going to use Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. We're going to use the mirror option, and we're going to use the two tags put together. This is called a round top tag number 2, and we're not going to have a slit or a hole in ours, so we're just going to cut this out at 5.5 inches, just like a regular card. I've already gone ahead and done that, and we'll be using that again in just a minute. And here it is right here. Now this is going to be 5.5 inches this way. But when we fold it into the card, and I'm just going to fold this over if I can get the edges matched up. Score it with my bone folder. Not score it, but, press it down. This makes a 5.5 inch tall card. But this way, it's 3.5 inches, which is great because the things we're going to put on here now can hang over the edges a little bit, because this is not a 4.25, but when we add our images to it, it's okay for them to hang over because we'll still have room in the envelope. So here's our card base. As I said, this is on page 90 in Tags, Bags, Boxes, and More. And this was cut at 5.5 inches. I went back to Tags, Bags, Boxes, and More, and I cut these two mats. And they're the ones under Blackout, right here. I didn't cut this one because that's got a hole. I cut the ones on Blackout, and I cut these at 5 inches. And I've actually cut another one of these green ones because this is going to go on the back of the card for our sentiment. And for the sentiment, I cut another one of these out of the same ivory as my card base, and I cut this one at 4.5 inches. And we're going to stamp that sentiment in a minute and attach it to this green mat, and then we'll put that on the back of our card. We've got our mats all attached. Now we're going to score the front of our card, and we're going to score it at 1 3/4 inches, which is right here. And now we're going to fold it back on that score line. And I'm going to use my Teflon bone folder and get that pressed down really, really well. And it's going to take a lot because this is 2 thicknesses. And this is what we now have. Isn't that cute? I love it. Okay, now let me show you what I've cut out to go on the card. I've cut 2 trees. Here they are. And these are from the Give a Hoot cartridge, and the trees are on page 65. I've been using this cartridge a lot. I just love the little critters that are in here and the cute trees. Here are the trees right here. You cut your background layer, your top, and then this layer. And it looks like they have snow on the trees. And I cut these trees at 3 3/4 inches. And I cut 2 of them. Now one of them's going on the inside, and the other's going to go on the front. And I have to go ahead and put this one on the inside, and I can let it hang over the edges if I want to, because we're going to put a band across here, which is what's going to make this a double Z-fold. Okay, I've got my first little tree down. I almost forgot. We have to put the sentiment on the back of the card. Here is the mat I'm going to use for my sentiment. And this is that tag cut at 4 1/2 inches. I've got some Memento Tuxedo Black ink. And I've already got my sentiment on there. And that's Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas from the Holly Jolly stamp set. We'll go ahead and get that inked up and get that stamped. Okay, here's the back of our card. You can see I let that little Christmas tree hang over. And there it is on the front. And it's going to go just like that. Now, to make this a double Z-fold, we've got a band that's going to go right across here. And you're thinking, well, that's too long. This was cut at 1 inch by 6 7/8. We're going to fold this in half. Rather than score it, we're just going to do this the easy way. And this part, and you want to make sure it's good and square, and it's going to go right across there. Now, for the part that's going to attach on the inside, we're going to flip this over and take this end and fold it back to the fold line. And you don't have to do any scoring or any special measuring. Just make sure you crease it really well. So now this will attach. You're just going to put adhesive right here on this front part and right here on this part. So this will adhere, and this will adhere right here. And when it opens out, it's like this. I'll go ahead and put the adhesive on there and show you. And then when it closes, your little band goes down just like that. So I'm going to go ahead and get my band on here. Remember, just adhesive on this back part, and just from the fold to the end for the front. Makes it super simple that way. And we're going to come up just a little bit from where the bottom of the card is rounded. And go ahead and press these down. And there we go. Look at that. Just right. And now I want something else on here. And I decided on this cute little deer. And I found that deer on page 30. See why I love this cartridge? It's got so many cute things. Here we go. And he's got his bottom layer, the next one, his antlers, and then these are the little spots. So he's got 4 layers. And I cut the deer at 3 inches. So I'm going to put my other tree right here. And I'm going to put my deer on, but he's only going to be attached right here on this band. Just like that. Here is my finished card. I was recording, putting the deer on and everything, and my camera died. I'm sorry, guys, so I didn't get that. But let me tell you what I did. I went ahead and got my tree on and my deer. I decided to turn him into Rudolph, and I colored a little small clear rhinestone and put that on his nose for Rudolph. And then I decided I wanted some snowflakes as well. So I went to the Winter Woodland cartridge. That's another oldie but goodie. And I love the snowflake on page 35. So I cut 3 of these at 1 inch, 1 1/4 inches, and 1.5 inches. And I've got 1 here and 2 on the inside. I also gave them some red rhinestones in the center, but before I did that, I used my Spectrum Noir glitter brush marker. Guys, this thing is very juicy, so be careful when you use this, because I got some smudges from it, but it's really pretty, and I hope you can see all the sparkle and shine. I put it on the snowflakes, and I also covered the white part of the tree, so it just looks like it's dripping with snow. I just love this card. This is what it's going to look like when the recipient gets it. They can stand it up like this for a beautiful display. Then on the back, I've stamped "Have yourself a merry little Christmas." Left plenty of room to write your name and any other sentiment you want to put on there. And let me show you, this does fit inside an A2 size envelope. You just want to be careful when you're sliding it in that you don't catch any of your cute little embellishments. And there we have it, guys. I love this card. So that's card number 4 in the 12 Days of Christmas card series. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you again soon with card number 5. Bye now.